Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Shah Barakatah, Yahweh Shemar Atah Shemar Shah, Captain 10,000, Yagawa in Oklahoma Brotherhood class. Today we're definitely going to go into hate. We're going to go into hate in the Bible. We're going to define hate. We're going to define hate. Because a lot of times you hear Christians say that, hate. Christians even still say hate is not in the Bible. I mean, that's the craziest thing that I ever heard. I mean, that's one of the crazy, one in a lot of crazy things Christianity, you hear Christians say, but this is crazy. Saying hate is not in the Bible. Hate is everywhere in the Bible. But it's like really, and the Bible defines hate. That's the craziest thing about what Christianity teaches. They say hate not in the Bible. The Bible defines hate. What is hate? I mean, what's the definition of hate? What is the let's get the definition of hate. Now, the definition of hate, now this is out of the dictionary. You can look this up. You can Google it or whatever. This is hate in the Bible. Hate in the dictionary. It says hate, a feel intense or passionate dislike. And it says feel intense or passionate dislike for someone. And it says for someone. I mean, that's the definition of hate, So when you go into the Bible, you say that, the Bible's about, this is what Christianity teaches. The Bible is about, God's love, about Jesus, loving everybody and, and everything. So it's like, we gonna go into the Bible and let's go to the first precept we're gonna go to. We're gonna go to Psalms 139 and 22. Psalms 139 and 22. This is David speaking about his enemies. This is King David speaking about his enemies in Psalms 139 and 22. Now, and he said, first let's read 21. Let's read 21. First, it says, do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee. Now, he's telling the Most High. He said, do not I hate them that hate thee. Hate the Most High. Who hates the Most High? A person that hates the Most High is the person that goes against the Most High, that goes against the Bible. Those are people that hate the Most High. Because if you hate his order, you hate him. You know what I'm saying? So he said, do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee. And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee. Who do rise up against the Most High? People that go against his laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? You rising up against the Most High. The oppressor, our oppressor, says homosexuality is an alternative lifestyle. When the Bible, God's word, says it's abomination. You know what I'm saying? So you rise up against the Most High when you go against things that he have in the Bible. This is why our Bible is our Constitution. It's ours, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's not everybody on the planet. It's our Constitution. It's our records, things we've done in the past, things we're going to do in the future, Now, let's go to verse 22. It says, I hate them with perfect hatred. Now, David said, I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. Now, David said he hated his enemies with a perfect hatred. You know what I'm saying? That's really understand. We really defined in hatred, a perfect hatred. He said his enemies, he hated his enemies with a perfect hatred. Now, this is King David. Now look, let's we're gonna hold this. We're gonna come right back to it. But since we reading what David said, now let's read what the Most High feels about David. This would give you a clear understanding. This is why I like to pull Acts 13:22. I like to pull Acts 13:22 with this breakdown, of hate. Because we say that Christians say that hate is not in the Bible. So we found out, is that true or not? You know what I'm saying? And then we just read that David said he hated his enemies with a perfect hatred. Now we're going to find out who is David really is to the Most High. Now, because a lot of you Christians, I heard you Christians say one time too that hey, I'm wearing that that star of David. Well, you should have a cross on. I mean, that shows how stupid you Christians really are. So let's read this. And it says, and when he had removed him, he raised up unto them David to be their king. Now, when he had removed Saul, of king of Israel, he raised up David to be our king. To whom, look, check this out. This is so deep right here and heavy. It says, to whom also he gave testimony. Now, after the Most High removed Saul, he raised up David and he gave testimony. This is the Lord's testimony. This is what the Most High is saying. He gave testimony and said, I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after mine own heart, which shall fulfill all my will. Man, you know what I'm saying? Which will fulfill all of my will. Now, this David is fulfilling the Most High's will, but yet David said, he hate his enemies with a perfect hatred. Now, come on, Christians. Y'all, come on. You see what I'm saying? You say, well, we're not supposed to hate. Hate is not in the Bible. This and that and that. Well, I'm just really defining hate. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling nobody to go out and hate anybody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Really, what we do in Isupk under Command of Junior Honor, we teach you how to love one another. Teach you how to love your people. That's our problem. But see, I'm just bringing out hate because it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. And every now and then, through the years, I have to always do the same class. Because when I hear the stupidity of Christians saying that hate is not in the Bible, you're not supposed to hate, you know what I'm saying? With all this hatred going around. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are being hated by everybody. Hated by the actions that are being done to us. Come on. It's showing, you know what I'm saying? But he said right here about David that David is going to fulfill all his will. A man after his own heart. That means the man is going to he's going to do the things righteous unto the Most High. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do things well pleasing unto the Most High. He's going to please the Most High. That's what the Most High said about David. And then we just read in Psalms 139:22, David said, I hate them, his enemies. He hate his enemies with a perfect hatred. And if you want to scratch your brain and say, oh, what is a perfect hatred? A perfect hatred is a righteous hatred. You know what I'm saying? A perfect hatred is something, people that have done something to you that, man, they have killed your people, murdered your people. They have showed so much hate on you that how can you love them when they have hated you? So he said, David is saying that I hate my enemies with a perfect hatred. He said that in Psalms 139:22. You know what I'm saying? So we got to really understand that's hatred in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And when the thing is, this is so crazy. We love our people. In the Isupk, we love our people. We wake our people up to the knowledge of the Most High out of the Holy Bible. We do that because we love our brothers and sisters. We love our people. We love the nation of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? And what through that, people always put that, say, oh, y'all racist. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we love our race. We love our nation. You know? And if you want to put that in under racism, like, hey, I guess we are racist. We love our people. This don't have nothing to do with hating the oppressor or hating any other nation of people. It's about loving our people and loving each other. And that's a problem that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians we have in every place on the planet. We have a problem with loving each other and loving everybody else. We have a problem, mainly loving the oppressor, the so-called white man. We have a problem with loving them and not loving each other. So this is what we teach. We teach loving our people. If you want to, I mean, come on, it's up to you, you know what I'm saying? You want to hate somebody, the oppressor or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's on you, but we teaching you to love one another. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you get into these scriptures and understand these scriptures, and you understand that all the atrocities that have become, you know, unto us by the oppressor, then you're going to find some righteous hatred for them. I mean, it's going to happen because you're going to go into the Bible and see what they done to us. You're going to go in the Bible and you're going to learn about Amalek. Amalek was the grandson of Esau. Esau is the oppressor, the so-called white man, the progenitor of the white race, Esau. Then his son, and Amalek, his grandson, because his what was it? It was Eliphaz. Eliphaz was the son of Esau. Eliphaz bore Amalek. Amalek is the father of, the progenitor of the Jewish people. Amalek is the Jewish man. That's why when Hitler was killing them, he was calling them kikes, because they are the Amalekites of the Bible. So that's why he called them kikes and stuff like that. You know, that's where that derogatory name came from. When you say kikes, it came from the Bible, because the Bible, Amalek, the Amalekites in the Bible. That's Amalek. You know, the Amalekites are the children of Amalek. Amalek is the Jewish man who says he's a Jew. You know what I'm saying? Like it says in Revelations, you know, the man who say he's a Jew but is not, but the synagogue of Satan. You know what I'm saying? He's not the Jew. The real Jews of the Bible are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But we don't even know it. We are destroyed for the lack of knowledge of our own Constitution. So right now, what we're going into hate in the Bible, and who is so hated more than blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? Nobody is hated more than us. We are the people hated in the Bible. I mean, Shalaki, I said hated in the earth. You know what I'm saying? The Bible, what? We are God's chosen people in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? We are God's chosen people in the Bible, and the Bible shows us through the Bible how we've been hated by other nations. You know, how we the people just hate us and we have war against us, and the Most High God has fought for us. You know what I'm saying? And we have so much to be thankful for, but we have a power that fights for us and loves us. You know, so you're not supposed to hate your own people. Now let's go to Leviticus. Leviticus 19. Let's go to Leviticus 19 and 17. Now, Leviticus 19 and 17 says, "Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart." You know what I'm saying? That means hate. I mean, really hate your brother. And it's talking about, like I said, it's not talking about your physical brother, you know, stuff like that. It's talking about your people. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about your people. And they hate because right, we don't have like brotherhood in our nation. Like outside the Isupk, that is. You know what I'm saying? We have this is why we have the brotherhood is so good in the Isupk. You know, because we have brotherhood. You know, we love one another. We show brothers how to come and love one another and You have the love of your people. So that's what it says, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart, in your mind. Hate your brother in your mind. That's a terrible thing that you hate your people. Thou shalt not in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. It's just telling you, Dave, you ain't gotta love each other. You gotta love each other. You know what I'm saying? Because these are laws, statutes, and commandments are set up for us. How we survive. We can't survive as a people if we hating one another. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we teach brotherhood, and why brotherhood is a weapon. Because when you standing together, can't nobody mess with you. Can't nobody mess with us when we standing together as a people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is why it's been war on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, keeping us apart. You know what I'm saying? Keeping us apart. And then what? If we don't know who we are, we can't stand. We have no power. I look at down here in Oklahoma City, the way the Gadites, the so-called Native Indians, and they are oppressed. They don't understand that we are their brothers. They don't even understand the Hispanics are their brothers. You know what I'm saying? They try to stick together and say, oh, we this and we that, and wonder why the oppressor keeps on pressing on them, messing with them. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take their money, trying to take their casinos. You know what I'm saying? But if we all stand together and we get on their side, you know what I'm saying? Then they'll say, wait a minute. Hey, these people standing together. We can't mess with the Gadites no more. You know what I'm saying? Because they got the black men standing with them. They got the Hispanic brothers standing with them. Man, we can't mess with them. They're going to back off. But see, they try to they try to stay separated. Or say, oh, we're Chickasaw, we're this, we're that, all these godforsaken names that they got. The Lord didn't give them those names. Their names are in the Bible, and they don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? That's how destroyed we are as a people. We don't know who we originally are. We don't know where we originate from. This is why we have to have these brotherhood classes to teach our people how to come together as a people. You know what I'm saying? It says, in any wise, don't rebuke your brother. You know what I'm saying? And not suffer sin upon him. Verse 18 says, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. The children against thy people. Understand that. It's talking about blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. This Bible is our Constitution. It's about us. It's about us. You know what I'm saying? This is why it helps us. I'm saying it's no way we can survive without. There's no way we can survive without this Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's all about us. It's all about us. That's where it's been stolen. The Bible was hijacked. The Bible was hijacked by the oppressor and given to us as what? This is God's word. What they changed the faces, painted and whitewashed all the pictures and all the artifacts of us being blacks, Hispanics and Native Indians, and made them out of white people. This is why they have statues of the white David everywhere. David was from the tribe of Judah. You know what I'm saying? David was dark like me. I'm a Judite. So-called African Americans are Judites from the tribe of Judah. That's what David was. And David was a man that the Most High said, what? He's a man after his own heart. And David was in the same lineage of Christ. The same lineage of Christ. Matter of fact, let me go back to that because I'm gonna show that. Let me see. I'm gonna go back to Acts 13 and 22. I'm going to Acts 13, 22 because I got to show you something very important. It's in that. It's in the precept. After he said, a man after his own heart, which will fulfill all my will in 22, In 23, it said, this is Acts 13 and 23. Of this man's seed hath God, according to his promise, raised unto Israel a Savior, Jesus, which is Yahushua in the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Understand, you Christians don't go crazy because the Bible was translated. You know what I'm saying? There's no J in the Hebrew alphabets. There's no J at all. You know what I'm saying? So the Bible was translated, into English, So this is why when you see Jesus, it's really Yahushua in the Hebrew. But right here, it's right here, man. That's his promise. Promise unto Abraham. He gonna always have a king of Israel, of his seed. Of this man's seed, of David's seed, of this man's seed hath God, according to his promise, raised unto Israel a Savior, Jesus. Which is that, come on. That's Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's Yahushua Christ. And what? As a promise. As a promise. You know what I'm saying? Of David's seed. I mean, that's just telling you right there that, you know what I'm saying, that how righteous David is. And how righteous David was for saying he hated his enemies with a perfect hatred. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this man, Christ comes out of the seed of David. David is a man that the Most High said he will fulfill all his will. But David also said he hated his enemies with a perfect hatred. In Psalms 139 and 22. David also said that. So you Christians, some hate not in the Bible and you're not supposed to hate. You know what I'm saying? A perfect hatred is a righteous hatred. You know what I'm saying? What they do to us, the oppressor, what our oppressor does to us, come on, what? We're going to love them? No, I'll follow a righteous man like David and Yahushua Christ. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? David said he hated his enemies with a perfect hatred. And see, this is where everybody gets lost, to get a little scramble minded. So, what is he talking about? Oh, is he going to hate? You going to hate? Hate doesn't mean you go out and kill people. You know what I'm saying? Hate doesn't mean it. Hate means separate from them. Come on, I gave you a definition. Come on, feel intense or passionate dislike for someone. Come on, I feel an intense and passionate dislike for the oppressor. Why? Because he put us into slavery, and he still continues to murder us, to murder my people. I feel an intense, passionate dislike for them. All right, I mean, that's what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Want to separate from them. You know what I'm saying? Integration was wrong. You know what I'm saying? We should come on, we should never integrate with them. Even Martin Luther King told Harry Belafonte that he felt he integrated his people into a burning house. You knew it was wrong. Integration was wrong. You're supposed to stay separate, stay holy. You know what I'm saying? People talking about racism. This you got to stop racism. Everybody's racist. Who's not racist? The Chinese are a communist nation. A communist nation, they hate America, but yet they have a Chinatown in every major city across America where they only hire Chinese people. If that's not racist, what is racist? America allows the Chinese to be racist. America allows the Ethiopians to be racist. They got their own places. Like I said, I'm from Washington, D.C., and come on. They got all these places out down in U Street, all these places, restaurants and clubs and everything, where they only hire Ethiopians. They have gas stations and everything where they only hire their people. They are racist. I mean, come on. So if you hate somebody, that don't mean you're going to go out and kill them like the white man. Our oppressor, now he put hate in racism. He put hate in racism. And let us look at this. Now, the Ku Klux Klan always been racist. They were known as the number one hate group. They always talk about how racist the Ku Klux Klan. Everybody knows who the Ku Klux Klan is. They're some crazy white people that only love white people. You know what I'm saying? They only love white people. And what did they do? They showed their racist hate for us by hanging black people, lynching us. You know what I'm saying? And until then, everybody stuck together as a people, as their people. They stuck with their people. Then the Ku Klux Klan come on the scene and start lynching black people and Hispanics, and Native Indians. Because there are stories about the way the Ku Klux Klan, the oppressor, he killed all of Israel. He lynched blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? He put hate in racism. You know what I'm saying? People racist, they're all over the planet. Everybody's racist. Like I said, I just gave you a scenario of the Chinese and the Ethiopians. Come on, they are racist. I mean, the Arabs, they have their little chicken joints. They have their gas stations too. You know what I'm saying? Where they only hire Arabs. They are racist. You know what I'm saying? Those racist people. That's racism. They're not saying, oh, we hate you. Don't come out. Don't buy gas from us. No, they're not. They're feeding off everybody. You know what I'm saying? But they stick together as a people. You see what I'm saying? See the difference? See when the Isupk, Commander Junior Hunter, talk about separation and getting our own and everything, you call it racism. You call it racism. You know? You say we are racist people. You know? But when the Chinese do it, you say, hey, they're just doing it for their people. You call it business. You know what I'm saying? You call it business. When the Ethiopians do it, you call it business. You know, the Arabs do it, you call it business. But when we talk about it, we just talk about it. When you see us, oh, we're racist. We're racist. We got to stop racism. You know what I'm saying? We talking about getting our own land. You know what I'm saying? Farming our own land. You know? Loving our own people. Everybody else does it. You don't call it racism. When we do it, you call it racism. You call it hate. Now, where is hate in that? Huh? It's not no hate. It's not no hating in us. We love our people. And we hate the damage that's been done to our people by the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back to the definition of hate. Feel intense or passionate dislike for someone. All right? Well, I guess I'm full of hate then, because I feel an intense and passionate dislike for the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? But see, our hate is not carnal. You know what I'm saying? We don't hate you for the color of your skin, like the oppressor hated us. The oppressor hates us, like the oppressor hates us. He hates us because of the color of our skin. We hate you for your crimes, for what you've done to us as a people. You know what I'm saying? And what you continually to do to us. You continually hate us. So we feel an intense, passionate dislike for you. We hate you. I mean, come on. That's the definition of it. You know, are we going to come and do something to you? Are we even going to say anything to you? No, we're not. We don't even do that. We don't even give you an evil look like you give us. We don't even do none of that. You know what I'm saying? But you say, oh, we're full of hate. No, we're full of love for our people. And we teach our people to stop being destroyed by the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? And by all the evil that the oppressor does to us. You know? So now let's go to let's go back to Leviticus 19 and 17. Now, so this is so like it was 18 when it says, "Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the people, the children of thy people." You know, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. I mean, that's a slam dunk. I am the Lord. The Lord is telling us that we're not supposed to hate one another. You know, we're supposed to love one another. That, I mean, come on. That's strengthening our nation of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians when we love one another. I mean, that's power. That's why we know in this school that brotherhood is a weapon. You know, because we strengthen each other with our love for each other, with our love for our nation. You know, that's a commandment. It says, "I am the Lord," letting you know that, hey, that's a commandment from me to love thy neighbor. You know, and when it says love thy neighbor, you got to understand that means your people. You know, because Israel is supposed to always been a holy nation where we live in amongst each other, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, not separated. You know, so that when this Bible was written, it was given to the Israelites. Because why? My neighbor was a so-called Native Indian. My neighbor was a so-called Hispanic. You know? So that's why you love that's why this is to love your neighbor, you know? I mean, come on. I mean, it's all for it. This Bible is our constitution, about us and for us. You know? Now let's go to Psalms. Let's go to Psalms 106 and 40. Now, Psalms 106 and 40. Now, and then Moses. Now, it's like it's talking about more. It's talking about Moses when the people went against Moses, you know, and the Lord was angry because Israel went against Moses in the wilderness, you know. So the Lord was punishing Israel, punishing us, you know, for the evil that we did, you know. I mean, come on. The Most High was dealing with Moses to lead Israel. Now we saw all those miracles that the Most High did to get us out of Egypt, and then we get in the wilderness and go against Moses. I mean, come on. We got a lot to be thankful for. That the Lord loves us enough to even didn't kill us like He was going to. You know what I'm saying? Now this is Psalms 106 and 40, which says, "Therefore." Because after we did all these type of things, let's read 39. It says, "Thus were they defiled with their own works," you know, with our own works, not following what the word of the Most High was saying, not following what Moses was saying, our own works, and went a whoring with their own inventions. You know what I'm saying? With our own inventions, we went doing all types of evil stuff. You know? Now, it says, "Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people." Against his people. Understand, the Lord put us in, the Most High, He put us in the situation we in right now. And the only way we're going to get out of it is start serving the Most High. Keeping His law, statutes, and commandments. We see the church didn't work. The Christian church, come on, that place, come on, that whole evil sanctity is about to be just demolished. It's falling apart. Churches are burning down. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is destroying Christianity, the religion of Christianity. You know, because the religion of Christianity goes against the Bible. You know, because it says the wrath of the Lord was kindled against his people, and so much that he abhorred his own inheritance. His own inheritance, he abhorred it. Abhorred means to treat hatefully. You know, we got to understand that. To treat hatefully, treat terrible. You know, that doesn't mean hate. That means treat in a bad way. Treat hatefully, in a bad manner. You know, he abhorred his own inheritance. 41 says, and he gave them into the hand of the heathen. The heathen is the other nations. Come on, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Come on, especially ones you down here along the Bible Belt. You got to really understand, what the Bible's saying. You know what I'm saying? We are God's chosen people. It said the Lord was angry with his people. You know what I'm saying? He gave us into the hand of the heathen. The heathen is the other nations. The same people you go to church with. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to remain holy. Holy means to be separated from everybody. You know? So right here in this precept it says, he went and he gave them into the hand of the heathen, and they that hated them ruled over them. Understand, they that hated them ruled over them. All right? Ain't nothing changed. Come on. The civil rights movement didn't change their mind, didn't change the way the Most High made them. You know what I'm saying? They that hated them ruled over them. He gave us into the hand of the people that hated us, and they ruled over us. Look, this 42 says, their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hand. Come on, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. This is our Constitution. This Bible is about us. It's our records. Things have been kept. Come on, the Most High kept these scriptures safe so that we could always get them until Christ come back. You know what I'm saying? Because see, if the oppressor and all the rest of these heathens had the knowledge of this Bible would have been done away with. They would have been destroyed, this Bible. They would have been trying to lock people up if you read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It could get to that point. You know, but right now, the secret is already out. You know what I'm saying? The truth is on the street since 1969. Now, under Commander Junior Hunter and the Isupk, now the priests and prophets of the Lord are on the streets, are online, social media, giving classes like these, speaking on the street, now letting you know that who's your enemy. You know what I'm saying? Letting you know who really hates you. Like someone, stop the hate. Come on, it's in them. You know what I'm saying? It's the wicked word. Well, what Job 20 and 29 says? It's the wicked man from God, and the heritage appointed unto him by God. You can't fix him. You can't make him good. You can't make him care. You can't make him love. The Most High made him that way. He's the oppressor. Says their enemies. Come on, man. And their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hand. Come on, man. Deuteronomy 28:68 tells you about the transatlantic slave trade, and said you were in there. You know what I'm saying? They were sold unto their enemies. You can't fix them. You can't make them better. You can't make a law to make them think different. Come on. Are you kidding me? You think you can make a law to make them better, to make them treat us better, to make them love us? You can't create a law to make that. Come on. That's a mad joke. That's a mad joke. You know what I'm saying? Man, we was brought to subjection under their hand. Then it says, many times did he deliver them. but they provoked him with their counsel. You know what I'm saying? See how the evil what we do? Boy, we got a lot to be thankful for that the Lord didn't kill us. You know what I'm saying? It said in verse 43, it says, many times did he deliver them, but they provoked him with their counsel, with the evil that we did. You know what I'm saying? With the counsel, with the what? Well, who we went to for what? How can I put this? What we went to them for, like healing, how to get better as a people, how to be wise, how to be righteous. We went to what people people did was, what wasn't even worthy. You know what I'm saying? But we went to what wicked pastors without counsel all the time. You know what I'm saying? We go to church. You know, we're provoking them without counsel. You know what I'm saying? You get counsel from Steve Harvey, you know, and some wicked dumb pastor. You know, you see the same thing we're doing? The same thing we're doing, you know? And we're brought low for their iniquity. See, back then we were brought low for our sins. Even to today, we're brought low for our sins. You know? George Floyd, that happened because of our sins. All the brothers and sisters dying, it's happening because of our sins. The Most High allows it. The Most High can just, he can come and can send Christ at any time. But it's our sin that's holding them Christ back. It's our sin. This is why, how can the Lord bless unrighteous people? He can't do it. And the prophecies will be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense to come into the truth. Because right now there won't be no peace. What it says in Revelations 6:4, Most High sent a spirit into the earth to take peace from the earth. So there won't be no peace for blacks, Hispanics, and they been. No, we got to do, we got to come back to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Love one another, like Christ said. You know? Let's finish reading. 44 says, never, look, check this out. I'm going to read this says. I'm going to read that over, 43. It says, many times did he deliver them, but they provoked him with their counsel and were brought low for their iniquity. Verse 44 says, nevertheless, he regarded their affliction when he heard their cry. Come on. Come on, man. Nevertheless, Most High still there for us. You know? Although we sinned against him. And now today, unto today, and well, we still go against the Most High. And he still gives you a chance. If you still got breath in your body, you still got a chance. I don't care how evil you've been. If you still got breath in your body, you got a chance. You know what I'm saying? You got a chance to be righteous unto the Most High. You got a chance to start to really, truly serving the Most High. You know? Then verse 45 says, and he remembered for them his covenant and repented according to the multitude of his mercies. Understand the multitude of his mercies. You know, the Most High is merciful unto Israel. You gotta understand. I mean, come on, man. All the evil that we do, we deserve death. But he don't kill us because he sent Christ. And, you know, come on, Christ is the new covenant. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So he don't kill us. Man, we got a lot to be thankful for because of that. You know? Gotta understand that. Now let's go to 5. Let's go to Matthew 5:43. Matthew 5:43. Now we just saw who our enemy was. We just saw who our enemy was. David said he hated his enemies with a perfect hatred. You know what I'm saying? Said we would be sold to our enemies and everything. You know, we just read in Psalms where we were just so evil and deserve death. You know, So it's all talk about, so we understand the Bible is written in context. So in this context, this is Christ talking. This is Christ speaking. It's in red. Matthew 5:43. It says, ye have heard that it hath been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. You know what I'm saying? Hate thine enemy is you hate what people who are not of your nation. That's your enemy. You know? That's the only hating you should do. Is people not, you don't hate your brothers and sisters. I don't care what they believe. Christ said forgive them 70 times 70. You know what I'm saying? Times 7, you know. Now, so it says, but I say unto you, and 44 says, but I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. Now, and that sounds like a contradiction right there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All that hate, anything, but love them. It sounds like Christ came in and flipped the script, you know? But it's not. It's in context. It's talking about enemies. David said he hates enemies. Enemies are other people, are other nations. You know what I'm saying? People are other nations. But right here, love your love. When he said bless you and love your enemies, that's talking about the other. They're telling, like I say, I'm a Judite, so-called African American. I got to tell the Israelites. I got to love the Israelites, the so-called Mexican. I got to love the Gadites, the so-called Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? This is what Christ is saying. Because why? Christ came to save us. We were being evil to one another then. You know? Nazareth was a hood. It was a hood. It was slum. It was the slums. It was the ghetto. Christ had to go and save them. Be a savior unto them. Because Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we were evil to one another then. So Christ sent, the Most High sent Christ to save us. You know? So he's telling us right here, he's talking to Israelites. He's not telling you to love a Chinaman. He's not telling you to love the oppressor. He's not telling you to love Africans and Arabs. He's telling you to love your enemies are your people, because we looked at our same brothers. We looked at, and look, this is so crazy, because the way we are today, we're the same way we were back then. So you had a black man hating a black man, a Hispanic man hating a Hispanic man, the Native Indian man hating a Native Indian man, and all the way around. The Native Indians hating the black man, the Hispanics hating Native Indians. It was all the way around. We were still evil to one another back then. So Christ had to come and be our savior to save us. You know what I'm saying? That's his whole mission. His whole mission was to come and save the nation of Israel. And love us by how could he save us? He saved us, but he came to save us with brotherhood, loving one another. That's how he did it. That's what he came for. That's how he did it. And that's how we're supposed to do it now. Show what love to one another. You know? So right here, these enemies he's talking about that same black man that looked just like you. That same Hispanic man that looked like you. Same Native Indian man that looked like you. You know what I'm saying? And all the tribes together. The black man to love the Hispanic man. The Hispanic man to love the Native Indian man. The Native Indian man to love the black man. So all the way around, you got to love each other as a nation. The whole nation, the whole 12 tribes of Israel to love one another. That's what the Bible teaches. The Bible's not for everybody. How can everybody benefit from the Bible when everybody wasn't slaves in Egypt? Huh? Everybody wasn't slaves of Egypt. So how in the world can everybody keep the commandment of keeping the Passover? That's a commandment from God that we keep the Passover. How in the world can everybody keep the Passover? How can the Egyptians keep the Passover? I mean, come on. I mean, come on. How can the Egyptians keep the Passover? The Passover about the Lord, the Spirit. The Lord sent the death angel to kill the firstborn of every Egyptian. How in the world can the Egyptians celebrate the Passover? Hmm? And the Egyptians are Africans. You know, don't think the Egyptians like the TV show you like it's white people. No, the Egyptians are Africans. Ancient Egypt were Africans. You know, so now those same Egyptians are, I mean, you know, if they're on the earth, they beat down in the Sudan somewhere. You know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know, those are the real Egyptians, ancient Egyptians. You know, but they can't keep the Passover because why? That was their death, the death of their firstborn. That was when the Lord used Moses to part the Red Sea, and the Egyptian army was swallowed up in it. Like I say, even to today, those chariots are on the bottom of the Red Sea. What in the world would they celebrate the Passover for? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They can't. The Bible's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody. So right here, when Christ said, "But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, bless the brother that cursed you, the same black man that cursed you, bless him. You know, don't have evil for evil. Don't kill him. You know what I'm saying? That Hispanic brother to do something to you, don't kill him. You know what I'm saying? Bless him that curse you. Do good to them that hate you." You got black people, come on, niggas hate LeBron James because he play basketball. They hate him. Don't say, "Oh man, we just talking." No, bullshit. You don't know. No, you hate the brother. Because that's how Satan works. You keep on talking against him, then you're going to form a hatred for that brother. Only because he played basketball. That's a joke. You get that from the oppressor. That's the black people don't even understand that. You get everything from the oppressor. Tony Kornheiser, he started all that talk like Stephen A. Smith talked. He did it. Tony Kornheiser was on ESPN before Michael Wilbon. And then they brought both of them together. Michael Wilbon is a writer. He was for the Washington Post, sports writer. So he came on with Tony Kornheiser, and they had the little show where both of them bicker and holler each other back, act like two little softies. You know what I'm saying? But really, Tony Kornheiser, he started that. And all ESPN, all the white oppressors, they started all that bickering about a damn nigga playing basketball, football. You know what I'm saying? And now we take our simple slave butts and follow them and act like them. You know what I'm saying? So it says what? Why are you going to curse that brother? Because we play basketball good. You know what I'm saying? So this says, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. This is what Christ said. Yahushua Christ is talking about black people, Hispanic people, Native Indian people loving one another, not hating one another. You know what I'm saying? Building a hatred for you. You know what I'm saying? Going being evil to one another. I mean, this is what the Bible's saying. The Bible's about us, you know? And let me see. Okay, now let's go to let's see. Now let's go to Malachi 1 and 3. We're gonna find out who the Most High really hates. You know what I'm saying? We're going to always hating. We're bringing hate out in the Bible. We're bringing hate. We're bringing hate out in the Bible. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go to Malachi. Let's go to Malachi 1 and 3. Malachi 1 and 3 said, "And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness." Now he said what, and he hated Esau. But Christians, I thought you said that hate wasn't in the Bible. Now hold on. Wait a minute. Let me get Romans 2 for the new Testament here, Christians. Romans 9 and 13. I got to come back to Malachi too, because it's a heavy point in there. Romans 9:13 says, as is written, just like in Old Testament, just like in Malachi. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Jacob have I loved. Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes of Israel, the progenitor. You know what I'm saying? Father of the 12 tribes of Israel. Esau is the progenitor, the father of the white race. Esau have I hated, not loved, hated in the Bible. Hated, hated. Romans 9:13. That's what the Bible says. What shall we say? 14 says, what shall we say then? Question mark. Now, Paul is writing this. He said, what shall we say then? Is there right? It is just like here. Is there unrighteousness with God? Another question mark. God forbid. Is there any unrighteousness for God because he said he loves one people and hates other people? No. He created them for that purpose. He created the Israelites to love, and he created the Edomites to hate. This is what the Bible is saying. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. Boy. Which basically saying that the Most High is going to do what he pleases to do. He's the Most High. Don't come with the questions of why would he do what? Hey. He said his thoughts are not his thoughts are not your thoughts. That's in the Bible too. Now, it says 16 said, so then it is not of him that witteth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. Not who's willing and running. You know what I'm saying? You got everybody want to love the Most High, want to be saved by the Most High. Salvation is of the Jews. I mean, come on, man. And if you willing, you willing. Now you got a whole lot of people willing. Come on, I know I live down here on the Bible Belt. It's a whole lot of white Christians running around willing to be loved by the Most High, willing the salvation of the Most High. Joel Osteen, he preached in a football stadium with a whole lot of heathens in there, willing to love the Most High, running to just want to be to have salvation. You know what I'm saying? But it's of the Most High that showeth mercy. And the Most High didn't show no mercy to the Edomites. They don't show no mercy to the Edomites. The Bible dictionary says that the only neighbor of the Israelites who have no mercy from the Most High. That's in the book that the oppressor wrote. That's his dictionary. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Edom, Edomites, Esau. The people of Esau, the children of Esau, who are the so-called white man, the Edomites of the Bible. That's in the Bible dictionary. That's in the Zondervan Bible dictionary. And it said that they're the only people that don't have no mercy from the Most High. You know, I mean, so we read now. Let's go back to Malachi, because Malachi was a real heavy point left. It was in Malachi that I'm going to bring back out. Malachi 1 and 3. And it says, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. You know, that's his heritage. That's what all it's going to amount to. Nothing. All his power and everything in America he has right now is going to be for naught. Because when Christ comes, he's going to destroy them and everything. They're going to do their slavery, and then they're going to ultimately die off the earth. You know what I'm saying? There won't be no more of the oppressors around. That will be in the end of the so-called white man. Like I said, we might have in the kingdom, we might have museums. I don't know. We might have museum. We might have them. We might have. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? That's something that, you know what I'm saying, we got to get there to find out. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to learn about the what we've done what we've been through as a nation, as a people. You know, we're going to find out then. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we'll have museums. You know, but we got to understand that this Bible is our constitution. And it's about us. Look, then when you read that, when you're talking about Edom, now we go to verse 4, Malachi 1 and 4. It says, whereas Edom saith, the so-called white man, Esau, the oppressor, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord. Now, Edom says this, but it says, thus saith the Lord. Now, if Edom said he's going to come and rebuild the desolate places, it means regentrification. What's been going on in every inner city, where the oppressor comes in and builds up the ghetto and make the property value go up so high that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians can't afford it. And they kick us back out maybe somewhere to another suburb. That's what happened in Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? Came and build up the hood. Build up the hood and all the desolate places. Places that I used to walk down. I used to have a summer job. I used to walk down 9th Street and see just how torn up those houses were. Big houses are crack houses, you know, bed mattresses for a front door. You know what I'm saying? And the place was so tore up. But now it's beautiful now. Because why? The oppressors came in and built up those old communities. You know what I'm saying? Now you go down there, you see the oppressor. He's sitting there, have restaurants where they're eating outside. You know what I'm saying? That's prophecy in the Bible. They came and built the desolate places. But it says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies. That's what it means when it says the Lord of hosts. The Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. Man, the Lord said it. He's going to throw down. They're going to build up all they want to make those places beautiful, make them so high priced that we can't afford them. Man, I mean, you can see the beauty. I mean, on 14th Street was a hood. 14th Street was tore down in Washington, D.C. Now they have condominiums for $5,000. No nigga can't afford that. I went in there when they first built the apartments, tried to rent an apartment, $2,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment. $2,000. You know, if I wanted a 3-bedroom, it was $3,000. $3,000 for an apartment? $2,000? I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? This is what they done. They build up, but the Lord is going to tear it down. So says the Bible. So says the Lord. He's going to tear it down. And I can't wait. You know? He says, they shall build, but I will throw down. and call them, look, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Forever. He's always going to have indignation against the oppressor. It's never going to end. So what's happening to you, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man? The oppressor is trying to be liberal with you. He's trying to say, hey, everybody's equal. Hey, we love, hey, don't be wrong to them. You have a whole lot of liberals on Capitol Hill. They can see their kingdom falling. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones who are not liberal, they're the ones who come, they're going to act like they're liberal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like the precept says, you know, he's gonna try to become liberal. You know? And they're going to try to be nice to us and everything, and you know, because they know the kingdom is falling. They listen to our classes. They know what we bring out in the Bible. They know that the oppressor knows his kingdom is over. It's fallen. So the gig is on us. The gig is keep on to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We got to keep sucker them. We got to sucker them back in. We got to sucker them back in. You know, to make them feel that they're equal. Make them feel that we love them. You know what I'm saying? That way, what they can keep us as slaves. They can keep us as slaves. They can keep their foot on our neck. You know what I'm saying? Keep us being unrighteous unto the Most High. That's all they're trying to do. Keep us against one another so we won't have brotherhood. You know? They want to keep us sinful to the Most High. Keep us sinful to the Most High. Christ can't come and deliver us. You know what I'm saying? If we don't have no brotherhood, you know, and sisterhood, they don't love us. I mean, Salaki, the Lord is not going to save us. They're not going to love us. They're trying to keep us without brotherhood and sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to love us. They're going to keep on coming against us. You know what I'm saying? So they can create this smoke screen of, yeah, everybody okay now. You know what I'm saying? We living in a pre-racial era. Like they said when Barack Obama got in office. You know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's so wicked what they've done, you know, to us, destroying us we are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Now, let's go to John 13 and 34. Go to John 13, 34. And here it is again. Here it is again. This is Christ. He's talking only to Israelites. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. I mean, come on. Christ is married. He's narrowing it down. He was sent. You know, he was sent to the Israelites. That's what Matthew 15:24 is about. Matthew 15:24, Christ said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So why? So we can love one another. Christ brought the brotherhood. He spoke about brotherhood. Us loving one another. You know what I'm saying? So it's enough of us killing one another. Now let's go to John 15 and 12. It's saying it again. It's Christ saying it again. This is recorded so many times so we can get it in our thick heads. You know what I'm saying? So it can kill all the Christianity out of us. You know, so many times in the Bible it's recorded. Now here's John 15 and 12. You know what I'm saying? John 15:12 says, this is my, Christ is speaking again, it's in red. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Verse 13 says, greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Come on, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? This Bible's for us to love one another, keep the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Have brotherhood, good brotherhood and sisterhood. Love one another. Not loving every other nation. Nation the Most High is against them. He's against them. How can we love them when the Most High God is against them? This is why he said, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. He's against them. He's not telling you to love them. Christ was saying only love each other. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. Love one another. Not loving everybody. I mean, everybody on the planet. That don't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. There's no way you can love everybody when everybody's different people. You know, everybody can't come together. You know, that's what they tried in the Tower of Babel. You know, King Nimrod. Everybody had to come together and the Lord had to destroy and give them different languages. You know? Man. Verse 14 said, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. You know what I'm saying? Christ is about us coming together. Keeping order. Keeping order amongst one another, you know? Loving one another. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Now, like I said, the Most High is against them. Now, we already read that Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. You know what I'm saying? He hates them, you know what I'm saying? You know, Job 20 and 29. Come on. The wicked man of God. The chapter of the Job 20 is that chapter talks about the way he's going to bring the oppressor down, the way he's going to destroy the so-called white man. That's what Job 20, chapter 20 is about. And the last precept in the, I gotta read this. The last precept showed all how he's going to bring them down. You know, I will read 28, Job 20 and 28. It says, the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. In the day of the Lord's wrath, this is going to happen to the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? All his goods are going to just go to naught. It's going to flow away. You know what I'm saying? That's happening right now. Oh, he's falling. America's falling, and they're all across the planet. The oppressor, the so-called white man, is falling. This is what the Bible is saying. The Lord is going to do it. He's going to make sure it happens. It's written. Now, you got Job 20 and 29, a precept I love. This is the portion of a wicked man from God, and the heritage appointed unto him by God. I mean, that's a slam dunk. Now, I just really had to get that out. You know what I'm saying? I pull out precept probably every class because it lets you know, get into your thick heads that you want to love the oppressor. The Most High made him wicked. He's not going to get no better. You know what I'm saying? Now let's go to 1 Samuel. Let's go to 1 Samuel 15 and 2. First Samuel 15 and 2 says, thus saith the Lord of hosts. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel. Now, the Most High said he remember what Amalek did. Amalek is what? The Amalekites. They're the Amalekites of the Bible. Their father is Amalek, the progenitor, Amalek. So this is where the Most High speaks of nations, of people. He speaks of people like somebody he maybe call them by name. Well, the people, the Amalekites of the Bible, these people, he's calling them by their progenitor, Amalek. He's not saying Amalekites. Like sometimes in the Bible, it's saying Amalekites, but right here, it says, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. Now, he was telling King Saul that he remembered to kill the Amalekites, to kill them, destroy them. because he remembered what they did when we came out of Egypt. See, the Amalekites, they came behind us and killed all the young and the crippled. You know what I'm saying? When we were going in the wilderness, they came and did that. So the Lord said he ain't forget what you done to his people. He said, remember Amalek. I remember what they did to Israel. You know? Then he says, now he gave Saul, King Saul, orders. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, and infant, and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. You know what I'm saying? He told Saul to go and kill them all. So in this story, Saul went and killed them all, but he kept, I think he kept the chief of them. He kept the chief of them, and brought him back. So then Samuel went and killed him and said, you disobeyed the Most High. You were supposed to bring back. You not supposed to bring back nobody. But I think Saul bring back some clothes, and he brought some of their goods and some of their livestock and the chief of them, and didn't kill him. And then the priest Samuel killed them, killed him. Salakia killed that priest that he brought back, and killed their chief that he brought back. So Samuel was righteous in doing that. You know what I'm saying? He was righteous in doing that to them. You know. So now but I just wanted to read and give you what Amalek did, and the Lord said he was going to remember. That's the gist of what I brought out right there. The Lord said he was going to remember, and he told them to kill him. He gave Saul the order to kill them, and destroy all what he had. You know what I'm saying? But Saul brought back the king, and he brought back their leader and some of the livestock, and he wasn't supposed to do that. He disobeyed the Most High. He removed Saul and raised up David to be king over Israel after that. So now let's go to more about what the Most High feels about the so-called Jewish man. Because when we talk about Amalek, Amalek is the Jewish man in the Bible. Now let's go to Exodus. Let's go to Exodus 17 and 14. Exodus 17 and 14 says, and the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Come on now. That's the Jewish man who calls himself a Jew, who calls himself God's chosen people. The Jewish man. Notice that ish means something like. That's why I say he's Jewish. He's something like a Jew. He's not a Jew. And he made himself something like a Jew. Something like a Jew. Why? Because the land of Israel was given to him. The land of Israel was given to the Amalekites. You know what I'm saying? After World War II, What was it? 1948? 1948, they got the land of Israel. You know what I'm saying? They're not the people of Israel. Now, and what it says, in verse 16 says, for he said, the Most High said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. He will have war with him. Why? He will have war with the Jewish man, because the Jewish man is always going to lie and say he's God's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? The Jewish man is always going to be against us to destroy us. And the Lord has to protect us against him. You know what I'm saying? Because why? He's nothing but another oppressor anyway. He's in the family of the oppressor. Amalek is the grandson. The man Amalek, he was the grandson of Esau. Esau have I hated? All right. Amalek was the grandson. He was the son of Eliphaz, Esau's son. So you see where everything links up? The Jewish man is Amalek, the Amalekites of the Bible. And the Lord said he will have war with them from generation to generation. That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. Here's another one. Let's go to Deuteronomy 25 and 17. Here it is again. Deuteronomy 25 and 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way, when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way, and smote the hindmost of thee, the people behind, even all that were feeble, the cripple, behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary. And he, look, check this out. And he feared not God. Say he feared not God. He don't fear the Most High. You know what I'm saying? He don't fear the Most High, because everybody knew that those was what the Most High did to Egypt. Everybody knew that, hey, don't mess with the Israelites. Leave them alone if you don't want death. If you don't want death. But this evil bastard feared not the Most High, and they went and killed our cripple and our kids. Boy, they going to get it. The Lord don't love them. You know what I'm saying? The Lord loves you, black man, Hispanic man, Indian man. Now, verse 19 says, therefore it shall be, when the Lord thy God has given thee rest from all thine enemies round about, in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance, to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Thou shalt not forget it. Boy, you see that? Lord is for us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He's not for no Edomite. He's not for the so-called white man, the Jewish man. The Lord is against them. This is why the Isupk and the Commander General tell you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we got to love each other. You got to love each other, because we're the only ones who are for each other. You know what I'm saying? We're the only ones, and the Isupk and the Commander General, we teach you brotherhood, how to love one another, how to love the nation of Israel that the Lord set up. You know what I'm saying? This Bible is our constitution. It's all about us. It's records what we've been through, past, present, and future. It's all about us. So black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, understand who you are. You know what I'm saying? Understand who you are in this time. This time that everything's coming down. America's falling. The whole planet, for that matter. It's chaos all around the earth. You know? We got to rise up as a people and join each other and love each other. You know what I'm saying? When the Most High sees that, then he's going to send Christ. Then our salvation going to come. You know what I'm saying? That's our deliverance. That's what we're waiting for. You know? And with that, I'm going to say shalom to everybody. Yahweh Shem Yashah Barakatham to the brothers. Yahweh Shemar Yahweh Shem Yashah to the sisters. And we'll read security announcements. We are the Isupk out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. If a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to court for a period of 6 months. Then after the 6 months, they will be permitted to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi 3 and 8 through 10. Mayashua, which means 10th in Hebrew. Give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. Priest fund, free will offering, whatever amount you want to give. It's not mandatory. And check the bulletin board in your school for upcoming holy convocations. They're having a cookout. It's coming up in the New York City cookout that's coming out August, what is it? August 19th? No, Slovakia. August 19th. Okay, August 19th through the 21st. But check with your school and your zone and Isupk.com for the direct dates. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black shirt, pants, boots, and headpiece. You know what I'm saying? Amajum means stand, and I'm salute everybody out. In Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Shabbat Thumb, to the brothers, to the sisters. Yahweh Shamal Tab Hashem Shah. Shalom Israel.